Oh, okay. We're recording. So officially, everything you guys see from this moment forward is people will know and they'll hear it forever. How's that?
I'm good.
Good. Awesome. Okay. So we're live on Facebook and I'm gonna let our amazing agents in. Here they come. Do you guys know the song by the Monkees? Here they come, walking down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, Sal? Don't say anything yet, but I want the agents to guess where you're from just by listening to your voice. Okay. So don't say anything. We're just going to wait until we have some agents.
Je m'appelle Sal.
Oh,
Je ne suis pas encore là.
wow. That was, I wasn't expecting that, to be absolutely honest.
Me neither.
No. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Let's all go to the Cayman Islands. Who's in? Who's in? I want to go to that place. Where's that? Was one of the webinars I learned that. Is it the distillery where is it the rum and they put the barrels in the ocean, right? On the ocean floor, something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's a great tour, but the problem is they take you there during the day and you do like a 15-minute tour through all the rum and they show you how it's made. And then afterwards, you go into a room and they got like 25 different shots of rum, different flavors, and you taste them and all. And then you walk outside and it's 85 degrees and sunny, and you just want to lay on the ground and go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
And you skip dinner because you're exhausted. You go to bed. But it's worth it because you learned about the barrels at the bottom of the ocean. I just think that's so interesting. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Savannah. Hey, Michael. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us and thanks for letting us know where you're from. I just love that. One of my favorite things, Delaware. I think we have agents. Let's see if we can get all of the states covered. New Jersey, Denver. Let's go. Here we go. Nice. Okay. So if you guys are listening, can anybody tell me where Sal from the Cayman Islands, of course, representing the Cayman Islands in the U.S. Are you a BDM or an account manager? What's your title there, Sal?
We're the regional sales rep for each different area.
Okay, so regional sales rep for the Cayman Islands. Does anybody know, if you can listen to his voice, where he's from? What part of the beautiful U.S. of A is he from? Anybody? Let's see. Sometimes there's a little like Jersey, New York. There you go. They got it. Oh, Boston, New York. Huh? Oh, Arizona. No, I think that's where someone's from. Oh, Barbados.
Barbados. Yeah.
No, I think an agent's in Barbados right now. If you can believe, they're probably maybe on holiday or they live lucky enough to live in Barbados. But of course, selling the Cayman. So they tuned in today. So welcome. So where are you from, Sal? Where are you based? What's your territory?
My territory is the Northeast, New York, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, but I live in New York.
You live in New York, like New York City?
No, in the Westchester County. I live in Westchester County, in Heritage Hills. There
you go. So you got some good guesses there. Excellent.
Yeah.
So welcome, Sal. Thank you so much for hosting, for joining us today. And we're going to be talking about safely reopening the Cayman Islands. Finally, we've been waiting for this. So excited. And Sal actually brought along a friend, a colleague today. And we have Miss Trina with us today. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm actually based in Alberta, Canada. So I wish I was on the island right now. So
me too.
Yeah, well, you'll be back soon enough. And Trina represents the Holiday Inn. So and your title with the Holiday Inn is?
I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing.
Director of Sales and Marketing for the Holiday Inn. So you know what I'm going to do, Matt, actually, maybe when Sal gets started, Trina, I'm going to get you to put your email and information in the chat box, and then I'll make sure I save that because we're live on Facebook as well, on the Spoiled Agent USA Facebook. Hello, Facebook agents. And Sal, I'll get you to do that when it's Trina's turn or we can do it later, whatever. But just make sure if you do have any clients that are heading down or have questions about the Holiday Inn, you can always reach out to Trina. I don't know, special favors maybe. I don't know what she's up for, but I don't know. Yeah. My mom always said it never hurts, to ask. You should always try. So, right? Why not? Excellent. Good. Okay, so we're going to get this party started. But before I do questions, we would love to answer all of your questions today. If you guys don't mind typing questions in the Q&A box in the Zoom panel, that'd be great. The chat box gets a little crazy. Like currently I'm looking at, there's like 71 chats in there right now. So questions in the chat box will probably most likely like 97% get missed. So please try and put your questions in the Q&A. Agents tuning in via Facebook, we want to talk to you. Hey, Gio. Hey, hello, everybody. Yep, they're there. They're already typing their emails and already talking to us over there as well. Thank you so much, Facebook agents. If you have a question, type it in the comment area, and I'll make sure that your questions are answered as well. I am recording it, so you have to scoot. That's fine. You can always log into Spoiled Agent, go to the Cayman Islands page, scroll down. It's right there for you to watch anytime you like. And we also have the website spoiledwebinars.com. All that website is all recorded webinars. So you can go there and check that out. Use the same username and password as the main site. Okay, wait, really important. Sal kind of dug into his wallet, his Cayman Islands wallet, and is offering a prize today for any agents that join us today until the very end of question and answer. Maybe Sal, you can tell us about that, your generous prize.
Sure. At the end of the webinar, but probably after we go off the air, we'll be drawing a name for a $250 gift card. And
Great.
yeah, it can either be a Visa gift card, or if you want Amazon, we could do Amazon. We'll contact you and let you know.
Nice. That's amazing, Sal. And of course, the Cayman Islands. Thank you so much. So yeah, we just want to run the report, make sure everybody that was here from the beginning to end, because that's what you need to do to qualify. And then we'll contact the winner tomorrow, and we'll let you guys all know who the winner is. And we'll probably send a follow-up email, because I know you guys are going to want some information, additional information, of course, from Trina and maybe from Sal as well. Okay. All right, okay. I'm tapping out, I'm turning off my camera, I'm muting myself. If you guys need me, just holler and I'll come back, okay?
Okay. Okay, all righty. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the Cayman Islands webinar. Let's see here. That's, as you saw me before, that's me, Sal DeLuca. As I mentioned, I'm the Northeast Sales Representative for the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism. And for those of you who just don't know where we are, just 2 slides just to show you where we're located. The Cayman Islands are situated between the Western Caribbean, we're in the Western Caribbean between Cuba and Jamaica. We are surrounded by a very deep body of water called the Cayman Trench, which goes down 5,000 feet. And the only way between the islands is to fly. Okay, so just a little quick option. The three islands, Grand Cayman is the most common cosmopolitan. That's where you'll probably send, 90% of your clients is the Grand Cayman. It's a small island as well. It's only 22 miles long by like 8 miles at its widest point. We have about 66,000 people on the island. And then 90 miles northeast is Cayman Brac. And that's a small island, only 12 miles long, maybe 1.5 miles wide. That's the island that you will go to if you want to do rock climbing, or if you want to do hiking. It's got the highest point in the Cayman Islands at 153 feet. And then you have Little Cayman, which is just a small, tranquil island, 10 miles long. It only has about 160 people that live on the island. And it's mostly for people who just want to get away from everything. So now, what are we here for? COVID-19. We all hate that word, but the Cayman Islands government views this as what it is, a public health crisis. Health must always come first. The economic response is important, but without healthy citizens and visitors, it's all irrelevant. We have always and will always prioritize the health and safety of our residents and visitors. We took steps at the beginning to close the borders early, and now we are in a phased border opening as of October 1st. We're continually monitoring everything. As you can see, vaccines, we're trying to get to the 80% vaccinated rate. And as of right Now that slide is a point off because it went up this morning to 73% of the population received 1 dose and 70% received 2. And all of this information, anything you see, the best place to get it is visit CaymanIslands.com. And from there, you can branch off to frequently asked questions or vaccinations, what's valid, what's not. It's the best place for all the information. So now we're going to talk about the reopening plan. On July 8th, the official borders were reopened. Well, not opened, the reopening plan was announced. We worked closely with all the health authorities in the public sector, private sector, and we came up with a 5-phase approach. And this is ongoing assessments will take place, and the transition between phases is determined by the Chief Medical Officer, John Lee, who's become like a celebrity down there. Aim for destination to fully reopen by January 22nd. That's completely reopened. These are the 5 phases and the dates. I'm going to just give you a quick, a phased approach. As I mentioned, there's going to be 5 different phases. The acceptance of securely verified vaccination certificates. That's important. So when you get your 2 shots and you get your card, you'll be able to show that you're accepted, because when you do anything now with the Cayman Islands for the next couple of months, you'll have to go onto the portal, the Cayman portal, and request that you want to come down there, and it'll ask you for the vaccinations information. What do we do? Okay. And there's going to be an ongoing assessment, as I mentioned, working with partners and stakeholders. So the reopening plan, stage 2, I'm not even going to go into because we're at a stage 2 already. Phase 3, this starts on September 9th. And this is who can travel is returning Caymanians, residents, work holders, property owners, securely verified vaccinated travelers over 12 and over can come. But from September to October 14th, which is going to be the next phase, you still have to do a 5-day quarantine. So just be aware of that. All travelers must apply on the Travel Cayman portal. You need a pre-arrival PCR and a quarantine exit PCR. Phase 4, okay, now people are starting to travel. October 14th is the announcement of 0 days quarantine for verified vaccinated people. And any returning Canadians or residents or work permit holders, property owners, again, you still have to go on the portal, Cayman portal, and request that you're coming down and fill out the information. At this point, unvaccinated children under 12 are still not allowed. Any vaccinated child over 12 is allowed. And you'll need a pre-arrival PCR required for all. So this is when most people can start going down there. Phase 5 is going to be November 18th. And again, returning Canadians, residents, vaccinated children, and unvaccinated children under the age of 12. So anybody, you could take the whole family. You don't have to go down with your 2 teenagers and leave the kids home. So I'm sure it'll be good for you, but once again, vaccinated travelers make a declaration on the Cayman Island portal. You have to show vaccination documentation, and you need a PCR arrival, usually within 72 days. And then welcome back. Hopefully by January, everything will be off the boards. All travelers are welcome, whether you're vaccinated or unvaccinated. Cruise tourism may start going in. There'll be no cruises until at least 2022. And the process, all the pre-arrival PCR no longer required, no quarantine required. It'll be like the real traveling days. It's unbelievable, but we're all looking forward to it. The approved vaccines that are available, that we approve, that are okay to go to the Cayman Islands are the Johnson & Johnson, the single dose, the Moderna, which was the 2 doses, the Oxford AstraZeneca, which is 2 doses, and just recently the Pfizer BioNTech, which is 2 doses. So any of those are approved vaccines. You know, the vaccines, whether you got them originally, because originally they did a lousy job of having a database that showed who got the shots and who didn't. But now You can, if as long as you went to Walmart's, Sam Clubs, San Diego Health, CVS, Walmart, any of those things they all have you in the record. So once you give them that information, they'll pull it up and see that you were vaccinated. Any further information, like I said, these are the visit CaymanIslands.com is the best place to go. And from there, you could branch off to everything, whether it be our brochures, our information on the phases, or any other information that we want, as far as who your rep is, for what part of the country, which I'll show you in a little bit. And again, we're doing all of this because of the allure of the Cayman Islands. We have the highest standard of living in the Caribbean, a very impressive infrastructure with world-class medical system, hospitals, North American standards, great water, sewage and electric. And it's a very clean, friendly, safe island. Very less crowds. It's not like you're going to find in Jamaica or Dominican Republic or Riviera Maya. It's a lot less crowds. And it's more for an intimate and authentic experience. Of course, we have 7 Mile Beach, which is world famous. You have the culinary capital of the Caribbean with over 200 restaurants on the island. It's one of the greatest dive sites, and me being a diver, I love it. 365 different dive sites on the island, under 3 different islands, actually. Most hotels, if you're staying in 7 Mile Beach, most hotels are about 15, 20 minutes from the airport. It's a short ride. We have a great range of accommodations, 3 to 5-star hotels, resorts, condos, villas. It's about half and half split. You got about 50% of them are hotels and 50% are the condos and villas. And it's a very international feel on the island. We've got over 140 nationalities. One of the friendliest islands I've ever been to. And I ran a travel agency for 38 years. I tell people that when you come off the plane, the person that drives you from the airport to the hotel has a smile on their face. You get to the hotel, the person that's checking you in has a smile on their face. And you get to the rooms, and even the women that are cleaning the rooms have a smile on their face. So it's a absolute great place to travel. And we also have a 3-island experience, unlike most places, where we have Grand Cayman, as I mentioned, is the biggest of the islands, very cosmopolitan. Cayman Brac for more outdoor adventures, and Little Cayman, very tranquil and secluded. Okay, so as part of our presentation today, we have an island partner here from Cayman Islands, a Holiday Inn Caymanian Resort, Ms. Trina Hall, who's the Director of Sales and Marketing. And I'm going to turn you over to Trina, and she will give you information on the Holiday Inn, what's going on there. And then I'll come back with a couple of small other points of interest for you.
Thank you so much, Sal. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And thanks so much, Kelly, for allowing us to be on this presentation with you today. It's so exciting to see all the questions coming through. I'm trying to answer those as quickly as possible, but there's some questions that Sal might have to answer for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn off my camera now. But so again, I'm Trina Hall. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing for the Holiday Inn Resort and the Grand Cayman Resort. So we're kind of a unique property on the North Sound, which is just about a 5-minute drive from 7 Mile Beach. So next slide, please, Sal.
Sure.
So we're not sure what things are going to be like when we do reopen in October. Hopefully the 14th we'll start to see leisure travelers again. But at the moment, this is what we're anticipating, social distancing, definitely hand sanitization stations throughout the property. Things have been removed from the rooms as far as additional pens and notepads and that kind of stuff. But if there's anything that's missing from the room that they're used to having, they can always just give us a call at the front desk, and our staff will be able to assist them.
Next.
So, I'm not sure why it's not quite going in order, but our kind of moniker is that we are kind of off the beaten path, away from tourists, but still central to Grand Cayman's best attractions. So I did mention that we're on the North Sound, so we're the only property that's kind of facing that area, which overlooks where Stingray City is. Rum Point you can see in the distance as well from our property. And again, it's only about a 5-minute drive to 7 Mile Beach. So you kind of save a little bit from not being on that 7 Mile Beach area, but it's not too far that you can't jump on our area shuttle or rent a car to get over that way. So here's our team. We have our general manager, Greg Ray. So he's on property. He's the one that makes sure that everything's running smoothly. He was just texting me, asking me some information about some guests that we had arriving today for quarantine. So his favorite thing about our property is our brand new Driftwood Bar and Grill, and it overlooks the North Sound. And then myself, I'm in the middle there. So my favorite thing is just the incredible ocean breeze that we get from the North Sound, the sunrise that we have there, and guests can enjoy that on the fishing pier that's just to the right of that bottom center photo there. So a great place to relax. In the evenings, we still have some like local fishermen that fish off the pier. So it's really cool to go out there and learn how they're doing this, and you know, just some stories about living on Grand Cayman. And then the next person is Shanae Morgan. She's our front desk manager. She's from Cayman, and her favorite thing about the property is the fact that we're kind of secluded from some of the other areas on the island. So that's kind of one of our selling features. And so during the last couple of years, we've done lots of renovations. We've got lots of outdoor seating. We've got a grassy area there on the top right corner. When I was there just before COVID hit in February of 2020, there was a family out there doing CrossFit and yoga. And it was just so neat to see them out there enjoying the outdoor space. And, you know, it was still pretty private for them. They didn't have anybody else around them. So that was really nice. We are about 6.5 acres of space. We have 82 guest rooms on the Holiday Inside Resort of the property. We have a meeting room that seats about 32 people, a great large pool outdoors. We have a brand new pickleball court, and we're an oceanfront resort. We have large guest rooms. The standard rooms start at 500 square feet. We include Wi-Fi. There's a small fitness room, and then our brand new restaurant and lounge, and a great place for weddings and groups. And so again, here's where we're located. We're just that little star there. West Bay is more of a residential area. Georgetown is where you'll find a lot more restaurants, stores to buy knickknacks and gifts for your friends and family back home. And that's where the cruise ships would normally come in as well. And then if you go off to the right a little bit where it says East End, there's a couple resorts out there. Rum Point is a great place to relax, maybe rent a car for the day, drive out to Rum Point and try one of their mudslides. I had an agent over yesterday and I made her one of the mudslides, and she's ready to travel now.
They do have good room.
They are so good. Yeah.
Excellent.
All right, so here's our neighborhood. So we're actually located in Crystal Harbor. So 5-minute drive from 7 Mile Beach, about 15 minutes from the airport. Guests can rent a car or they can take a taxi, and the cost is about $30 for 3 people or less. Golf is located next door. It's the only 18-hole North Sound Golf Club on the island, and our guests receive special discounted rates. In October, we're going to have a water sports company on site. So they'll be the ones giving out the towels. They can rent out paddle boards, Hobie cats, those kinds of things right on our site there. And we do have an area shuttle that will take guests to 7 Mile Beach, Camana Bay, which is a great shopping area. There's dining, there's entertainment. Then they can also take the shuttle into Georgetown. And here's our property. So on the left-hand side, we have 3 buildings, which are the Holiday Inn resort rooms. On the right-hand side, we have a couple buildings that are timeshare units. And then we also have the Grand Cayman resort rooms, which is our independent property side. And there's about 32 guest rooms there. So when you're booking your clients, you can book either side on the GDS. So there's the Holiday Inn resort side or the Grand Cayman Resort. The only difference is that on the Grand Cayman side, they won't be getting IHG rewards points. They have been renovated probably in 2019, and the Holiday Inn Resort rooms are exactly the same layout, same square footage. They just were renovated in 2013. So guests would go into the front lobby there and check in. So it doesn't matter which property they're booked into. They can use the same restaurant, same pool. Everything is basically the same. Most people don't even know which resort they're staying at. I guess it depends on how many of the 7 Fathoms rums they've had, or the mudslides, right?
There you go.
We also have some barbecue pits where it says number 11. So if guests want to rent a car or take the shuttle, they can go get some groceries and they can come back and use our barbecue grills. And we do have a small fitness room. So that's just off the lobby area there. There's also Dive Company, which is Dive Tech, and they're located in our lobby as well. So here's our little shuttle. Pre-COVID, we were operating between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. On the weekends, it's a little bit longer, starts a little bit earlier. It did seat about 8 to 10 people. Post-COVID, we'll see what happens. We may have an additional shuttle as well. So you can always send me an email or, contact the property directly when it gets a little bit closer to your client's arrival, and we can let you know what the arrangement is with our shuttle. And so some of our points of difference, so we do have a full service food and beverage department. The renovations have just been completed, so I guess I need to update that. They have opened up on the weekends, so they're starting to have some live music and things like that, specials on the weekend as well. So we're looking forward to being open completely and welcoming guests back again. We have a computer in the lobby so guests can check their emails, they can print their boarding passes, there's meeting space, and then lots of space throughout the property to visit or do some work. When I was there in February last year, there was a couple that was enjoying the outdoor space. Every morning they'd watch the sunrise and have their breakfast in their private little area. So it was really sweet to see that. And our guests do, the children eat for free if they're 11 and under, and then they stay for free if they're 18 and under. And guests get a great value, so complimentary Wi-Fi, pickleball is complimentary, fitness room, shuttle, parking, beach chairs, and towels are also provided. And so here's a little bit more information about the Kids Eat Free program. I won't kind of go into that in detail, but you're more than welcome to look through that a little bit later, but a great value if you have families traveling to the island. So our restaurant, it's so exciting to have that completely revamped. They completely gutted the restaurant. In the photo on the top right. That's just before we opened. So they've since installed some garage doors that are on the right-hand side, so guests can be outside in the open air and they can order their drinks along the bar. I think there's another photo coming up here too, but it's just such a fun place. They had the Olympics playing in there earlier this year, so it was just a fun vibe. The staff are just so excited to have people back again. But you can get your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, coffee, all in that restaurant. So here's our standard guest rooms. You can go to the next slide again. We'll play that video. But in our lobby, we have this little market that we've just added. So if guests need a quick snack or if they've forgotten a few items, they can stop by there. Again, we have that public space for guests to check their emails. There's lots of plugins throughout, and Wi-Fi is throughout the property as well. These are the standard guest rooms. So they either have 2 queen size beds or a king size bed and a pull-out couch. These units have a mini fridge, microwave, and a coffee maker, of course. And the units are just massive. The bathrooms are huge. I wish my bathrooms were as big as that, having the double sinks, and every one of our rooms has that. So these ones start at 500 square feet, and they sleep 4 guests. And we do have an accessible unit as well if you have guests that would need that. You can, awesome. Thanks, Sal. These are our 1-bedroom suites. So these ones are massive. This is my home away from home when I'm on island. They're about 1,500 square feet. There's a full kitchen, a dining room, a living room, in-room safes. They have a king size bed in the private bedroom, and then connecting with an ensuite, and a sleeper sofa in the living room as well. And all of our units have a patio. So I'm pretty sure our 1-bedroom suites patios or balconies are about 200 square feet. So they're not just a Juliet balcony. You can actually go outside, enjoy your coffee or your wine at the end of the night or whatever else. And we have some great views of the pool. There's ocean views or just views of the beautiful lush gardens that we have around the property. And then on the Grand Caymanian side, there's also ocean views or a view of the North Sound Golf Club. These are our grand villas. So these ones are basically double the size or more of the 1-bedroom suites. So these ones sleep 6. There's 2 bedrooms with en suites, a king bed in one, a queen in the other, and then there's a pull-out couch in the living room as well. So these have massive patios outside, and they still have the dining room, the living room, and the full kitchen. So these are great for families, or if you have an executive that's traveling to the island for work, these are a great option for them. And they're right oceanfront. So the bottom right corner is a view directly from those grand villas. And here's our small meeting room. So it seats about 32 guests. We can also cater any functions that you have in there from our Driftwood Bar and Grill. And there's Wi-Fi throughout. We can also add additional items if they need that for the meeting or kind of wedding group, whatever they would need. And so some additional amenities, so definitely space for people to stay productive, 24-hour business area that you can stick to your routine and stop by the fitness center. There's also lots of jogging trails around the property, just by the golf course there. So great space for people to be outside and stay active. Again, we've got Madhu there in our little market, so she can help out with any last minute items that they might need. And then also the outdoor space. So great view there from the Driftwood Bar and Grill. We've got a large pool. In the distance there, you can see kind of a little outdoor hut, and that's where the water sports company will be operating out of. And so our top selling features would be the size of our property. Guests can really kind of enjoy the outdoor space without feeling like there's so many people around them. You're not going to have them fighting for a chair out by the pool or on the beach area. We are an oceanfront property with a restaurant. We offer complimentary Wi-Fi, the area shuttle, fitness room, pickleball, pool, business center, and parking. The guest rooms are large, so they start from 500 square feet and go up to the 1,500 square feet and all have a patio or balcony. We don't charge any additional hidden resort fees. We're away from the hustle and bustle of 7 Mile Beach, but still only minutes away. There's lots of outdoor space throughout the property, including the outdoor seating areas, the barbecue grills, and the outdoor 240-foot fishing pier. And then again, we'll have that water sports company on site in October, and we have a dive shop on site as well, so they can help with resort courses or diving at one of our 365 dive sites. There's also a massive US submarine rescue ship that they sunk quite a few years ago now. And I believe it's 3 stories high. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sal, but it's such a cool place where you can go and snorkel or you can dive it. So I just can't wait till I bring my son back. He was born on island, but now I can't wait to bring him and take him snorkeling there. Can you imagine? Hopefully not horror, but like the shock that he'll feel when he looks down and there's a massive ship while we're snorkeling. So really cool thing for your water sports people to do, but it's definitely a wonderful place that's near and dear to my heart. So hopefully I can assist you with booking a trip for one of your clients, or if you're going down, we do offer great agent rates. And if you make a booking, just send me an email. Let me know that you have somebody coming down, and I'll put something special in the room on your behalf. So thank you again. I'll put my contact details in the chat, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks again, Kelly and Sal.
Well, yeah, there's your information right there too.
Even better. I'll still put it in the chat just in case.
All righty. So Cayman Island Department of Tourism is, we're working with the if you want to work with the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism, let us know. I'm going to flip a vote and then I'll come back. These are the territories. Dan Tyler, he's our national sales manager. There's Sal DeLuca, of course, in the Northeast. We have Cheryl, Jeff, Tina, two Tinas, and Veronica. And those are the areas we cover across the United States. What we can do for you: presentations, seminars, trainings. We can do customized brochures, promotional items for yourself and your clients. If you have clients that are going down to a resort and it's a family, we can send you a nice leather wallet, which for document holders and stuff like that, or things for the kids. We have a lot of that stuff that we can send out to you. We take care of fam trips. And I'll mention to you something else on fam trips in a minute. Approved social media images and web content. We have primary source for all accurate information. And as I mentioned, okay, Cayman Island Specialist Program. Anybody that hasn't done this, I really urge you to do it. The benefits are, it tells you learn about the islands. We have a specialist status, which a title and a diploma, welcome graduate gift. And what's nice about it is we pay you. So the Cayman Islands every month has not a drawing, but we have a contest, and it goes by how many people you have booked that month. So if you have someone, two rooms booked at the Holiday Inn, and there's 2 people in each room, well, you have 4 passengers. If you have 1 room booked in a 3-bedroom suite at the Ritz-Carlton and there's 9 people in a room, well, you have nine passengers. So whoever has the most in a calendar month, you earn $500. Second is $250, and the third is $100. And we also have a drawing, just a drawing every month. So anybody that put any kind of a booking in and logged it, there's another $100 that goes out to you. What's nice about this is you don't have to wait until, like I mentioned, I was in a travel agency for 38 years. You don't have to wait until a month before and, to log you. Once you make a booking, you go in and you log it. It takes 3 seconds. And you don't have to, like I said, Melia, I think, I used to book Melia a lot, but you couldn't send those in until 30 days prior. And samples you couldn't send in until 60 days prior. Once you book this, you just, so you don't forget, you go on, you log your booking, and hopefully you'll get a nice $500 or $250 check. To be honest with you, we have a ton of people that have signed up for this, but everybody just forgets. They just think they have to wait till the end, and they forget, and then the same people win it almost every month. Resources. As I mentioned to you, all information is on the visitcaymanislands.com website. These are our 4 main brochures: the travel planner, the dive brochure, culinary guide, and the health and wellness brochure. All of these brochures range from 12 pages to 85 pages, and we used to send them out to everybody. But now you just could click on the link and you could see the whole brochure. And if a client wants to see it, you could just send it to him. So it works out really well. And basically that's it. I forgot to ask when I came back on if anybody had any questions for Trina. So at this point, we can try to answer any questions that you may have, whether it be from Trina or myself.
Hi, that's great. Thank you so much, Sal.
Okay.
So maybe, we'll do our little Q&A. Maybe Trina and Sal, if you guys want to show your handsome and beautiful faces again, that would be great. And we'll do that. And actually, Sal, can you do me a favor? And can you go back a couple of slides to your BDM list, so the account manager list, if you don't mind? Sorry, regional sales.
Yes.
There, that's what I would like. Perfect. Okay, let's just sit there. Okay, and friendly reminder, if you typed a question in the chat box, if you guys don't mind just copying and pasting it and throwing it over to the Q&A, that would be awesome. All right, and there's a few questions wondering who their BDMs are. So I'm gonna let you guys take a look here, and you can go there. And what I'll do is maybe afterwards, I'll send out, we're gonna send out a follow-up email with the Cayman specialist link. Trina just sent over a bunch of great information and Trina's contact info, and we have a few other things that Sal wanted to share. So we'll definitely make sure the BDMs are included in that as well. And we're also going to announce the prize winners. That'll be sent out on Wednesday. All right. Okay, so Sal, this is for you. Carrie is saying that my name doesn't show up on the TA finder. Who can I contact to get that resolved?
Yeah, so you've taken the course. If you've taken the course and your name is not coming up on the finder, for some reason maybe the zip code was put in wrong, all you need to do is send me an email and I will get it corrected for you. And my email, I'm sure you've seen it on there, but it's sdeluca@Cayman Islands with an S.ky, not com.
Great.
What I also forget to mention was the Cayman Rewards Program. What I'm going to do, aside from the $250 prize that we're giving out, anybody that signs up for Cayman Rewards within the next, I'll give you a week, by the 9th of next week, send me a quick email. Sal, I signed up for the same email address, and I have a special prize for one of you.
Wow. Can I join? Can I be part of the special prize?
Sure. Just
Thanks,
change your last name. That's all.
Okay, sounds good. I'll put my married name, Kane. I go by Kelly Schmidt, but it's like Kane. Kane's my married last name, so I'll go by Kelly Kane. So if you see that name, Okay, Lorraine is a question. If you are fully, so this is for you, Sal. If you are fully vaccinated and travel after October 14th, there is no quarantine, question mark?
No, absolutely not. After October 14th, as long as you're fully vaccinated, there's no quarantine time at all.
Great.
And that's for you and any child 12 and over that's also vaccinated.
But if they're
under 12, they still can't go yet until November.
Right. Yeah, that's my problem. My son's under 12 and it's just like, but we're getting there next year. Okay, part 2. Also, is there additional testing at the airport when you arrive, or is the negative PCR test acceptable when you arrive?
Well, when you arrive, you had to get a PCR, an arrival PCR. That's what they accept. There's no additional testing. If you don't have the certificate, you won't get on the plane. They'll stop you from wherever you're leaving.
So it has to be done prior.
Yes, it has to be done prior.
Great, perfect. How's the accessibility for the people with difficulty walking? You know what? So I think this one would be for you. This is from Joyce.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Joyce. We do have ramps throughout the property, so guests can get into the lobby area, they can get into the restaurant, into both of our buildings as well. We do have one accessible unit on the Holiday Inn side of the property. So you can send me an email if you want to request that for one of your clients. It does have a king size bed and a pull-out couch. So just send me an email if you want some more information on that, but I can also send you a 360 kind of tour of that unit as well.
Great. Another one for you, Trina. Does a 2-bedroom suite have 2 bathrooms?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Another one for you, Trina. Is there an online menu for the restaurant?
We do have kind of a summer menu right now, but since we're not quite open to leisure travel, they're still working on that menu. We're starting to revamp our staffing as well. So in the next few months that will be added. If you do Google the Driftwood Bar and Grill, I do have the current menu on there, and it is on our Facebook page as well under Driftwood Bar and Grill Cayman.
Great. Is okay. And are there non-motorized sports included?
It is not, no. So that would be all booked through the third-party water sports company. We're not sure what they're going to have yet. I did see a question about jet skis. So they'll probably have jet skis, paddle boards, Hobie cats, those kinds of things. Snorkel equipment.
Okay. Sal, would you mind going back to the BDM list again, if you don't mind? Sorry. Thanks.
Okay. Third time we charge. But
Yeah, and Trina, do you have any other resorts on the that are affiliated with you on the island?
No, we don't.
Okay.
No. And I did see a question here about timeshare questions. So we do have, at the moment, we definitely don't have a timeshare sales department, but because we are a brand with IHG, it's the timeshare people are not allowed to go and ask the people by the pool if they want to, sit in on a presentation. But what they do is on Monday nights, they have a manager's cocktail party. So if people want to have some free drinks and free food, they can stop by for that for an hour or so. And they can ask questions at that time if they want, but they're not going to be approached while they're staying with us to see if they want to purchase timeshare. So it's kind of nice. When I go down there, I just go have the food and drinks and, get to visit outside. So it's kind of nice. And they've not once tried to sell me anything. I guess they know that I'm not getting anything.
All right. So you talked about jet skis there. There you go. Okay. Okay. So Joyce took the specialist program in 2018. Does it have to be renewed every year? I was gonna say every month. Wow, that's a lot of work. Every year. Or have you added some new modules since 2018? What's your thoughts, Sal?
yes, 2018, we've added two different, there's the regular specialist course, and then there's a VIP course and a wedding course. So you can take those afterwards if you want. Those are just additional that you can do. 2018, I think we cut it off at the 2000, as long as you took the course, I think starting on 2019 in January, you don't have to take it again. If you did it further back than that, it might be a good idea to do it again. Plus you get in the running to get my special prize.
Oh yeah, that's right. Special prize.
It's actually a very good one.
Great. Okay, 142. Okay, can we see emails for Sal and Trina? I believe I took Sal's and I pasted it in the, here, let me see if I can do it here. Let's see.
Well, the slide that's up right now has my.
Has it? Yeah, I know. But you know what? It's a lot easier to copy and then paste these things, Sal. We like to, take care of this. Is why we have spoiled agents, because we like to spoil them.
Okay.
Or of course, you can grab your phone and take a picture. But there's a few of you guys go to the chat box. I actually popped Sal's information in there. And if I am correct, Trina has also posted hers there as well. Am I right, Trina? You posted your.
I did.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe it's lost. Oh, there you are there. Okay. So thanks for everyone. There you go. So if you guys don't mind just looking at the chat box, it's near the bottom. I just actually did Trina's again. And I think I did it to everybody. You know what it is? You know what I think might be happening? Are we posting it to everyone or just to panelists? Maybe double check that. I'm going to double check real quick here. Sal, from me to everyone. Okay, yeah, just look in the chat box, guys. It's all there. And you guys can just sit tight. I'm going to send everybody a follow-up email with it there. Okay. What's the Cayman Rewards website address again?
It's CaymanRewards.com. Pretty simple.
Pretty simple. And just so you guys know, I threw that, of course, Facebook agents. I've put it in the comment area, Trina's information, all the BDM information, and also the Cayman Rewards program there as well. And it's in the chat box. And I'll send it to you again in a couple of days. Okay. Okay. Does the shuttle take you to swimming with the manatees?
It does not, but a lot of the companies would pick up at the resort or other resorts on the island. So that would be the Stingray City tours. We have a few that we deal with, but there's definitely no shortage of those tours on the island.
Okay.
And if anybody is going to the island and want to do these swimming, with the stingrays, I highly recommend you take the morning course, not the course, but morning boat. Because around 12, they have one in the morning, they have one around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. At 1 o'clock in the afternoon, well, not now, but all the cruise clients used to come in, and used to be a ton of boats going out there to see the stingrays. If you go in the morning, there's only maybe a half a dozen or 8 boats that are out there, and you get a whole lot more time with the stingrays, and it's much more relaxing.
That's great. Okay, people are asking for Trina's information back on the screen. I think we're just going to leave poor Sal alone. And I just, if you ask for Trina's info, actually maybe Trina, you can take a look in the Q&A box. If you see people asking for your information, if you could just throw answer, that would be great.
Sure.
Okay, thanks. Sal, who now owns the Sunshine Suites? Is it the Westin?
The Sunshine Suites is owned by Westin, correct. And what's great about it is it's right across the street from the Westin, and you could walk across. It'll take you across on a golf cart. The nice thing about it is that since Westin owns it, you can use all of their facilities, including beach chairs, towels. You can even purchase food there and have it brought back to your, not brought back to your room, but charged to your hotel room. And it's a great place. It's a great place for, especially for destination weddings where the bride and groom and maybe their families could stay at the Westin, and the rest of the people who don't want to pay a whole lot can go up, work, be across the street, and you can all eat together and be on the beach together. So it works out really well.
Awesome. Are there any all-inclusives in the Cayman Islands?
There's one all-inclusive all the way on the west side and the east side of the island, and it's the Wyndham. I don't recommend it. I mean, if you want to just, people want to go down there because they want all of their meals and drinks, okay, but you're far away from everything. You're 40 minutes away from 7 Mile Beach, and like I said, that's the only one that's on the island. We've tried other hotels, but it just never worked out. People wanted the, since it's such a safe island, you can walk down the streets at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, nobody bothers you. If you're staying on 7 Mile Beach, you can probably walk to 15 restaurants. So, and they like the idea of not eating in the same 1 or 2 restaurants every night.
Perfect. Okay, so I was just reading through. So a few agents have said that they'd love to do a fan trip in 2022. So I would think, if I was to make a wild guess, Sam, I think the best first thing is to become a Cayman kind specialist, right? Take the course, show the interest, and reach out to your BDM, let them know you're interested. And if you have any questions, things like that, just kind of get engaged. I think that's probably the best way to get on your radar. What do you say, Sal?
Yeah, definitely take the course, because those are the first people to get the invitations for the fan trips.
Right. Perfect. Great. Okay, Angie. So I don't know, Sal, you might have to come back to Angie on this one, but so regarding the reopening, what are the specifics about the verified vaccination? For example, I have clients, they both have the Moderna shots, but they got vaccinated at a big event early on in the vaccination efforts. Do they need to find a way to find themselves in an online database, or is there some structure about knowing whether their vaccinations will be accepted?
Well, as I mentioned before, as long as you went to certain sites to get it done, it'll be in their system. It'll be under Travel Cayman system. If not, then there's different ways of doing it. But yeah, just if you can, just send me a quick email, and I'll send you the whole link on what it means to be verified vaccinated. VV.
Great. Okay. All right, I'm just looking, okay, so what's the best time of year to travel to the island?
I'll let you answer that, Trina, since you're down there a lot.
I was leaving it for you, but I was speaking with an agent yesterday, and I told her when the weather is bad, you want to get out of there, right? So being in Canada, we like to travel between like November and Easter. So that's a great time to get away. Pricing is still great between November and December. Prices do peak, of course, over Christmas time. January, February is usually pretty busy. March, the prices might drop a little bit. So that's a great time to come as well. So for me, I would say November, March, April. I mean, those are good times, but even if you want to come in the dead of winter, it's a wonderful time to go. So even though it is the busy season for us, It's not a crazy packed beach that you're going to find. You're still going to have space to enjoy the island and get on tours and things like that.
Great. Actually, I'm
My-
going to see. Oh, go
My
ahead.
my favorite time of the year to go down is in May. I
May.
just love it. The weather, yeah, the weather is nice. You don't have a ton of kids because most of them are still in school. You've already passed the high season, which usually runs through April, maybe 15, depending on when Easter is. So your rates drop down, and it's before the rates go back up again for the summertime. So I think it's just like the perfect month to go.
Perfect. Trina, what about accommodations for weddings? Do you have?
Yeah, we don't have a meeting, a wedding coordinator on site, but there are plenty on island. So we would provide the venue. We can do the catering for the reception dinner, and then also, actually have the wedding on site. I would suggest Celebrations as the wedding planner on island, and they can help arrange the minister and all of that kind of stuff, and the marriage license. So it's very easy to get married on the island. I'm sure Sal has some of that information as well, if people are looking to be on a cruise and stop by and get married, or if they want to stay on island and do that while they're there. We do have a lot of wedding groups that stay with us as well.
Perfect.
That's the nice thing about Cayman. You don't have to, like certain islands, Jamaica or whatever, you have to be on the island for 2 days before you can get married. You can get married the day you arrive, as long as all your paperwork's filled out. So you can, like Trina mentioned, you can get off a ship and get married in Grand Cayman, get back on the ship.
Yeah.
It works out well.
Yeah, no wait time, no blood work, no nothing. It's just very easy. It was almost too easy for me to get married down there.
You're like, is this legit?
I wish it was a little harder.
Am I really married? All right. Does the Cayman Island have condos?
Condos?
Condos.
Of course. We got tons of condos and villas. Like I mentioned, there's about 7,000 rooms in inventory on the island. I'd say half of them are hotels and half of them are villas and condos.
Right. What about, do you recommend getting a car on the island?
If you're staying on 7 Mile Beach, I don't think you really, personally, I don't think you really need a car. It's pretty easy to get around. There's plenty of cabs, and there's also buses that run up and down the main strip where you can just stop. You don't have to be at a bus stop. You can just stop the bus, get on, pay whatever it is, $1, $2 a person, and they'll take you all the way down the strip and back up. Now, if you want to go over to the other side of the island, you might want to rent a car for a day, but I don't think you're going to be using it as often as you think.
Yeah, maybe one for the day and just kind of tour the island, but other than that, you wouldn't really need it.
No.
And they are very cheap though to rent a car. I've seen anywhere from $12 a day to $40 a day on the high scale. So it's pretty inexpensive to rent a car down there.
Okay. You actually, by answering that question, you answered another question, but just one part is, do you guys have Uber in the Cayman?
I don't think so. No, the taxis are pretty protected by the government. So they don't really want that to be an option. We do have things like bento box, which is kind of like an Uber Eats type of thing. So if you want to order some food on island, you can do that through various companies, but no Uber.
No Uber. Trina, what's your last name? Hall?
Yes.
Hall.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna write that down. Whoops. All right. What about hurricanes?
Well, we have been lucky. In the last 100 years, we've only had 3 major, like 4 or 5, category 4 or 5 hurricanes. Oh, once in a while there's a tropical storm and stuff like that. But hurricanes were pretty much protected, being sandwiched in between Jamaica and Cuba. It seems to always go to the right and goes up towards Cuba. But knock on wood, anything could happen.
Mm-hmm. I lived on island for about 8 years, and I think there was only a couple storms that were possibly going to come, and we were all prepared, and nothing really happened. It just rained a lot, so we were pretty lucky.
Thank goodness. Well, let's keep it that way.
Yeah, and hurricane season is between June and November, so normally what we see is just more rain than in the other months.
Right. Sal, are the vaccination cards that we get from the CDC acceptable for travel?
Yes,
Okay.
just make sure it's an original one, because somebody just got, in Hawaii, just got caught with a phony card,
Oh,
and they arrested her, and man, she's facing a year in prison and a $10,000
wow.
fine. And because the idiot, she had the blank card, she spelt Moderna wrong.
Oh my
That's how they caught it.
Boy.
Yeah. Here's another one. Actually, Vicky just was saying, this is going back to the clients that went to one of the mass vaccinations. It just said, Kelly, the state's health department keeps records of the COVID vaccinations for everybody. So your clients can print a copy if they didn't get a card or they don't have a card. That was a little tip. Thanks, Vicky. Okay, Neil, I think Neil should get some bonus points and get on your special prize draw list here, because he's already a Cayman specialist, but he's just kind of putting it out there, saying that the Cayman specialist course is very helpful for selling, and you can complete it in less than 2 hours.
2 hours? You can complete it in less than 15 minutes if you just take the main course.
Yeah, well, maybe he's talking all of it.
Okay.
There you go. That's what you want, right, Sal? Everything.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. The Cayman Reward Specialist Program, Cayman Con, is it associated with TAU?
Yes, Travel Agent University. It's on there, correct.
Okay, so it looks like yeah, maybe we'll talk to you afterwards. We have an agent here. I'm just gonna flag you, Tania. Is hell open for tours? Well, I hope not. I'm just kidding. You kind of have to say that, right? It's like, I'm going to hell today. So is it open? Do you know if it's open right now, or is it closed, or maybe tell us?
I would imagine it's closed, since there's nobody going to the island. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If
But
you've been there once.
Tourist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about hell? I know all of us know one kind of hell possibly, but what about the Cayman hell?
I don't know why people go there. I shouldn't be saying this, but I don't know why people go. I mean, it's some places you can go for 10 minutes, go into the post office, maybe get a postcard, or go into the gift shop and buy a shot glass. But that's it. It's all so you can tell somebody
you went to hell.
Yeah. You can tell your wife, tell your grandma, my mother-in-law to go to hell. So you don't get trouble for it.
That's great. Trina, this is for you. Travel agents, if they want to advertise or book/block rooms at the Holiday Inn, would they call you, or should they sit tight and wait for that awesome document with all those contacts to send over? Like, what do you recommend?
Definitely only me. I think I'm the only one taking wedding groups right now.
Okay.
Just joking. Right. I mean, other properties will too, but you can definitely send me an email. I can send you a quote. And we can get booking. I just booked a group of 30 for February. So this group is confirmed. They're coming. So that's awesome.
Great. So Sal, if we've completed this Cayman Kind Specialist course, does it unlock, is there an area where it tells us about travel agent rates and things like that at some of the properties, or
yes,
no?
It's one, the features are that you're first invited on fam trips. You'll also get special rates at the hotels. There's a link that'll be sent to you that says, Cayman Islands /travel agents, and you could go on there, and there'll be hotels, there'll be rent-a-car specials,
nice
tours.
That's great. Okay, so here it says, Tony, you mentioned hopes to open tourism in January 2022. Is that date this fall, where this will be reviewed and possibly extended, or like every other place in the world, a last minute change? Just interested, booking clients now for busy travel season, first quarter 2022. I think I'll let you answer that.
Okay.
You just don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what the future holds,
our
right?
crystal ball doesn't work here. I mean, after we get finished with the Delta variant, who knows what's going to come next?
Yeah.
But that's the reason why we waited so long, because we wanted to protect everybody. You have a lot of islands out there that opened up, had to close, opened again. So I think the government really did a great job protecting all its people, and they'll continue to do a great job. So I wouldn't worry too much about it after January. if I can't get down there in the next couple of months, I think I'm going to kill myself.
PJ wants to get down there so she can, or if one of you two get down there before PJ does, she wants you to bring home some rum cake.
Rum cake. Okay.
All right, no problem. Or is RU cake? Great webinar, thank you. Okay, we're done. I think one more, and I just want to. So the Cayman Kind Specialist course, we had said 2018 an agent had taken, and you've added 2 new courses. So what do you, so to recertify, like, is there like a kind of a year that you like, if you took it before this year, you know, go in, everything's been changed and relaunched, become, you know, get recertified? Is there something like that?
Well, what you can do is try to sign in. First of all, if you can sign in and it lets you sign in, that means you're still in the database.
You're good
And
to
from
go.
that point, then you can just turn around and take the 2 other courses if you like.
Great. Okay, I'm just going to do this here. All right. Cayman Specialist Program. One more time is Cayman Rewards.
CaymanRewardsAltogether.com.
Nice. Perfect. I just typed it in the answer box there, and try and sign in, everybody, and see if you can do that. So Sal and I think, I don't know who you're going to invite, but we're going to play a little round of Family Feud, right? In a couple of weeks on September 13th, Monday, September 13th at 2 p.m. So really hoping you guys can join us. I'm actually just going to throw the link for you guys to register because we just got it all set up. If you click on the link in the chat box, if you're with us via Zoom, and if you're with us via Facebook, I'm going to throw it in there as well. So register for Family Feud because we're going to do, we're going to have 2 teams. I'm not sure who Sal's going to bring along, maybe Ronnie, or I don't know who you're going to have along with you as your competing family member, but we'll get all that sorted out. And that's we're going to have some fun, and we're going to be giving away a 3-night do-it-yourself fam, and we're going to be giving, I think it's a do-it-yourself, I can't remember, and we're going to be giving away second prize runner-up $100 Amazon gift card. So you guys should really be around for that, and there'll be more to learn as well. I'm going to send a recap email to everybody here. I saw my amazing Facebook agents. You guys already know the drill. You put your email addresses there. I will make sure you get the follow-up email as well. And I know who's been following along through the whole thing, so I'll make sure you're entered into the draw for the $250 gift card. We'll call the winners tomorrow. We'll do the Wheel of Names draw, call the winners tomorrow. We'll send the follow-up email to everybody with like everything you need to know and way more that we've promised through this. Oh, agents, if you're in via Zoom, you don't need to put your email address. I already got you. It's just the agents on Facebook. And whatever, and that's okay. You're good, John and Becky. That's okay. It's just we're gonna have like 100 email addresses if you do that. All right, that's it. That's all.
Awesome.
That's all. Yeah, have a great day, everybody. Trina, did you want to say a few final words, and then we'll let Sal sign us off?
I mean, if there's any questions that you have in the next little while, just send me an email, give me a call. I'd love to speak with you, love to see you on a Zoom call even. But I just really appreciate all the questions that were coming through. That was awesome. And I just really appreciate it. Thanks so much, Kelly and Sal, for allowing me to join you guys.
Yeah. So Sal, words of wisdom?
No words of wisdom. I again want to thank you, Kelly, and especially Trina for joining me on this. And hope everybody will take the Cayman Rewards and become a specialist, because you could win a decent amount of money and there's some really good perks. And like I said, if you do sign up for any of the courses, just send me an email. Just say, Sal, I did it, or whatever. And I'm going to draw a name and send somebody a really nice.
Okay. I've had a bunch of people ask me if this is going to be available for replay. Yes. 24 hours, go to spoiledagent.com. You can find Cayman Islands under the agent rate tab, the incentive tab, because the rewards, you got to do your bookings, the specialist tab, because they have their great specialist program. Click there, find Cayman, go to a dedicated page, scroll down. It'll be right there. And because I'm so nice and I love scrolling you guys and making your life easier, I'll email you all the page link when I send out that follow-up email, and then it'll be posted and ready to go. It takes about 24 hours. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day and good luck to you all. I hope, well, yeah, 100%. Someone here is going to be $250 richer in a couple of days. All
And I
right.
got a question, since this is going to be recorded, do Trina and I get any kind of royalties every time somebody clicks on it?
Well, I think we have to get, like, you know what, if we kind of start hitting those targets, those, YouTube targets, which I don't know what it is, and I
All
get
right.
royalties, I will pass them on to you happily.
Yeah.
I would just be happy with some reservations or inquiries,
Oh,
just
You know what, that's fair. So
Yeah.
yeah, reservations for Trina, and Sal would love some more Cayman specialists because he's giving away a prize. Make sure you
Absolutely.
email him, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, you got a week, 1 week.
Yes.
Okay, yes, all right.
And have a great weekend, everybody. Have a nice holiday weekend for those of you that celebrate the holiday.
I'm in. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna have a mudslide. That's a good way to start the long weekend. Oh, what's Sal's email? Okay, let's just do, oh my gosh, okay. So, you know what, guys? I'm gonna email you guys. Oh, go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
S. DeLuca, all together. It's DELUCA at Cayman Islands with an S .KY.
All right, here you go. And if you didn't get that, go to the Cayman page. It's right there. And
Yeah,
or
just
I'll
visit Cayman
email you in a
Islands.
couple of days.
Yeah, visit Cayman Islands and just look under reps. You'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody, have a great long weekend. And I just put it in the chat again one more time. Grab it. Okay. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks. Bye.
Mhm.
Trina.